Welcome everybody to episode 9 of 4NZGamers. I'm your host Phil Brooks. I'm joined today by James Jennings,
hey.
Dave Watson,
hey.
James Brooks,
hey.
and our special guest Lance Lochner.
Oh yeah,
back again. He can't get enough. So, and why not? On such a special week that it has been with E3, we've had so many amazing announcements, so many amazing games to look forward to, and so many actually coming out this year as well. So we'll just kick straight into it. We've got quite a lot to talk about, obviously, so hopefully you guys are prepared. You've got your sleeping bags and some rations. Alright, in this breakout, part 1, we're going to talk about Bethesda. They had a couple of games to announce, starting off with Dishonored 2 and Doom. And then, of course, there was another one, just a little one, Fallout 4. Which raised a few eyebrows, I'm sure, across the world. So, what should we talk about first? Should we talk about Dishonored 2?
Yep.
I love the first one, and I'm excited that they're making a second one. Very surprised, in fact.
Yeah, quick turnaround. Didn't feel like it was that long ago.
Well, it was 2012.
Okay.
So, what are we now? Yeah, so 3 years.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
I missed the game. I know it came out, but I just didn't interest me. But would you say that because they're doing a definitive edition
Yes.
of the Dishonored, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me, guys.
Yes.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Why should I get this game? Why? And why should I get this game to lead into the second one?
Get this game because it's just
The setting.
the setting is awesome.
Yeah.
You're in the city of Dunwall, and it's kind of like, it's almost steampunk sort of medieval style,
Victorian era.
It's sort of mishmash of all these different things, and you're almost like a Bioshock-esque character where you're like a normal sort of dude with you got your arrows and stuff, like you've got a crossbow, but you've also got special abilities that you can use and stuff, and you can
You can teleport.
Yeah, he can become a
go
rat.
inside to rats and possess them.
Yeah, possess them and
go
start
through
moving around.
pipes. There's different ways. There's a lot of verticality. Like you can go up into the roofs of buildings and across the to get into a balcony or whatever, or you can go down through the doorway of a house and get in that way. So there's a lot of stealth, a lot of sneaking,
and a lot of choices to be made. One of the coolest features in the game was you could stick a bomb, like a proximity mine, on a rat, possess the rat, and then move the rat into a crowd of enemies, and then move away from, like, depossess, and let them go, huh? Boom! All these guys just blow up.
It definitely had a lot of playful ways of killing people.
So a lot of freedom and
a lot of freedom.
It's the worlds are very much hubbed, aren't they? Though they're very self-contained. You're just in a city.
It feels like an open world, but you get taken to a level, and then you get pulled back to like the main area, and they're like, give you a bit more story and say, we got to go there now, and they take you there. So it's almost like that. It feels open world, but it is very level based.
It's got a nice.
The next one will be more open world, I'm sure.
Yeah, nice painted art style. Like it's kind of got like a watercolored painting look to it. So the graphics are very stylized. It's not just
okay.
graphics.
With this, is it worth getting this definitive edition?
If you missed Dishonored, then yes,
I would say so.
Get the definitive edition and give it a go, because it's a really fun game. And with Dishonored 2 coming out, it is a story-based game, so you do want to know what actually happened first and where the story led.
I think if you enjoy Assassin's Creed and if you've enjoyed that Order 66 and all that type of stuff, you will enjoy Dishonored.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty much those two things combined in some ways.
With the definitive edition, do we know what's the difference with it? Is it just a better frame rate? All its DLC?
It's definitely all DLC, and I imagine
HD,
slightly more HD or whatever than
better
Xbox.
Textures, PS4.
So if you're after the best version, maybe.
Definitely.
It's like a Game of the Year edition for the new consoles.
Cool.
And so moving along, because there's a lot to talk about. So another one was Doom.
Oh yeah,
Doom.
Exciting.
Lance was excited when he saw this. He wet his pants.
Yeah, he had to go change his undies.
I lost my hair.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Did that fall out when you saw the Doom?
It's a pretty strong reaction.
I saw the role play and I was like, oh my gosh, my hair just fell out. Yeah, very excited. I mean, it brings back a lot of memories, but the graphics look smooth. There's just a lot to it. I just like the gore and the memories that the game gives me. So I was just excited just to see it back, and I think they've done a great job.
Yeah.
But I mean, Doom. What were you expecting? Something bloody magnificent. It's Doom as it's in a finest, re-edition of it.
It looks like a nice return to form too. It's got the speed. I remember blasting through those levels as a kid. On the old PC at school or whatever.
Yep.
And it is. It's run and gun, and it's quick. It's fast. They brought back the health pickups now. They drop, because a lot of these games now the health recharges or whatever, like Halo.
Yeah.
But this is Doom. It's they drop stuff, you pick it up. Okay.
Yep.
So it inspires you to only way you get health is to kill. So you've got to keep moving. You've got to keep killing, and that's what makes the game so great. Is that full on visceralness of it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What do you think about the trophy kills? These were pretty brutal kind of trophy kills. They looked really cool.
Yeah.
It's a good new addition, I must say.
It's new to the franchise.
Well, the old ones never had that, and Doom 3, didn't have anything like that.
At first glance, for me, this is just my idea. It seems like you'd get sick of the same animation, and I would find that really annoying if like you're saying, because you don't regenerate your life, you have to pick up health. If I was in the middle of a stealth kill like a trophy animation, and then I died, I get really pissed off and frustrated with those kind of games. Do you think that's?
I don't know.
Is it? That's the first thing I thought when I saw it.
You plan on dying when you play the game.
It's sort of a going back to the past sort of way of playing the game. It's different from the way you play Call of Duty these days, where your health regenerates and you sort of.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You would get annoyed, but it's you sort of got to look at it obviously from a different perspective.
Yeah, I love the throwback and those old ones you used to have to go find a key to unlock the doors and stuff. And in that demo they show the guy not being able to open the thing, so he goes and chops that dude's hand off and then puts it on the thing and opens it with his hand. I thought that was brilliant.
When he puts it up and the hand falls as if it almost face rapes the bloody.
If it's got stuff like that, I would give it a go because I actually missed out part 3.
Well, I was going to say it looks almost identical to me to 3 as well.
Yeah.
But what 3 should have been.
Yeah.
Like 3 was cool at first, but it got really repetitive. It got really boring.
It looked a lot slower paced. Part 3.
It was slower paced
because you're in the dark with the torch and you can only see so much.
No, you had to take the torch down and then get your gun out.
Yeah.
Eventually they patched or modded that for flashlight on your gun, but it took a lot of the pace away. But it looks. Yeah, like what 3 should have been.
Definitely the old guns are back. Some of the favourites.
Yeah, they've got the double barrel shotgun back.
Chainsaw,
man, the crowd went wild.
There's a lot of fan service.
There's heaps of fan
service throughout all of E3 this year.
With that much nostalgia in a game, you had to get a bit of fan service in there.
Obviously, a very exciting topic.
Yeah.
From the demo that I saw, I really liked how it seemed like the guns had a lot of weight in them. They could actually pick them up. They seemed real, and it was a similar idea when Killzone hit the scene. That was a real big. Even though the games weren't that great, but their guns were really cool.
They did, yeah.
They had awesome kind of ideas really and styles, and in that demo it seemed really cool. So you had the double barrel shotguns, which most people know, and then you got into the lasers and stuff, and it almost seemed like the character picked up one of the guns and it almost powered on as he was checking it out. I thought those things were real cool. I also liked the idea of as a lot of games you can only have maybe 2 or 3 weapons. This one you could almost have them all, but it was a cool idea that you could switch between them all. They did it was pick a new weapon and time slows. And I thought it seemed really stylistic of machine gun. They get too close, switch to double barrel shotgun. If they're so close, chainsaw. I thought that was a really cool mechanic.
You're only really limited by how many number keys there were on a keyboard. Really, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
True.
That was all your weapons.
Yeah.
So 9 chainsaw. And then 1 back to handgun.
8 BFG.
Yeah.
What did you guys think? They're doing a map creation.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll? Would you guys like that?
That stuff's never interested me personally.
That's from the old ones, isn't it? I don't know if Part 3 had that, did it?
No, I don't think. I never. Really
but you can create your own game styles, create
your own maps.
Yeah, King of the Hill, whatever. Create your maps. Share them online. Do you think they'll keep up with the longevity of the game? Oh, and also they're adding mods too. So
yeah, there's definitely a market for it. Yeah. People want that stuff. Not everyone's going to use it, but it's just extra options now. That seems to be something that actually came through in a lot of the C3, wasn't it? That they're adding more functionality now to these games. It's not just a straight game you get now. You've got this extra stuff if you want it.
Yeah, it just means in multiplayer mode you're not restricted to the generated maps. You can make your own and then play whatever.
Toss in your own game
I mean,
modes.
the map generator they had there, it was unlimited. Really, you could just turn and make your own sort of map from blocks. It was a very simple functionality.
But the people that make multiplayer maps, there's a team of people that come together and they work on these things solidly for frickin' years to try and get the flow and the feel and the levels and the elevations and everything just right, and putting the spawn points and the everything that comes together to make that map a really good map. And some maps that comes with games aren't good. So even though these guys are working around the clock trying to make the best multiplayer maps, they still can't always nail it. So I always find that maps made by the community don't really do it for me. I'm always just underwhelmed generally, and the ones that are the best are usually just kind of goofy or funny as opposed to being cool and exciting.
It's really like games like Counter-Strike on the PC, like the whole online community for that, for map building has kept it alive for 10 years or so. Because you can get some ridiculous fun on the online games with the kind of maps they make. It's ridiculous.
And if you're into that sort of thing, obviously it'll keep it alive and keep people
that
coming
kind of
back.
longevity,
Nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, but for me, I mean, you asked the question. My answer is it doesn't do anything for me. Not interested.
It's acknowledging those PC gamers as well, which I find nice as well. It does feel sometimes like E3 is very console centric, but that is saying this is a game for PC gamers as well.
And there were quite a few announcements this year about exclusive for this and PC. Yeah. This and PC. So they were really bringing the PC crowd back into it this year.
Oh yeah, it's back with a vengeance. It's great. If you're into PC gaming, it's bloody good.
Yeah. It seems like it's going away from its horror roots.
It was always kind of that, but I don't know. Part 3 was more like in the dark, wasn't it?
Part 3 tried to get the horror in, but it didn't work for me.
But for me, it's the demons and stuff.
Yeah, that trailer seemed very, I'm a badass, I will waste all of you.
Which is what it was always about, wasn't it?
Okay.
It never actually had like a horror element. It wasn't really ever a scary game. Like the scary bits came from hearing a door open, and because you could always hear a door open, you flip a switch and you hear it in the distance, and you're like, what the fuck did I just let loose? And then you go around the corner and there's a whole room full of demons throwing fireballs at you, or there's like invisible guys coming at you from behind, or they walk into a teleporter that's right in front of them and they teleport behind you and start shooting you, and there's some ridiculous scenarios.
It's those horrific moments on level 15 when you get up in an elevator and the door goes whoop, and there's like 150 demons waiting to chop your head off, and you're like, I want to go back down the elevator,
but the button won't work.
and all the sounds, and you're like, oh shit, I've got to deal with this chainsaw.
The BFG out.
Alright, well, as exciting as that game is, and the one preceding it, there was one really big game, Fallout 4, which, I mean, it's almost game of the show. We'll talk about that later, what we thought that was, but let's just talk about Fallout 4 for now. James, we'll start with you. What were your thoughts?
I was just going to say, the presentation was fantastic. I thought if you're ever going to sell a product, and it's like those infomercials, where they and then there's more, and it just kept coming, and you're just like, wow, this is looking really good,
and it was all good stuff too.
And just when you think you're satisfied, they throw something else, and then there's the Pip-Boy. It's like,
and you can put your phone in it, and you can get apps for it.
I want to get that bloody Pip-Boy.
I haven't bought a collector's edition of anything ever, but I will buy that. I've heard how much it's going to cost here. It's going to retail around $200 apparently.
$240. Oh, that's not too bad when you consider some of the other collector's editions that I've seen.
But considering, what that is, how much fun that's going to be to wear to a fancy dress party, as a Fallout survivor or something, or that's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to that.
And everyone will just be like, "What are you?
What's that on your arm?"
I'm Bolt Boy.
Games. It's my Pip-Boy. Get out of here. Okay. But I'm just excited because part 3 was so much fun, and after you played Oblivion and then that came out, you're just like, oh wow, this is Oblivion, but it's with in the future you've got guns. It's the same engine, but man, this is so much more fun. And I love Skyrim and that, but Fallout 4 for me is probably going to be even better. I think the setting is that much better.
I totally agree. I don't know how they do it or why, or what it is. I don't know how to pinpoint it. But as you say, like, Skyrim's fun, but the same engine, for some reason, Fallout does it for me way more than Skyrim does. Just the game itself and the world, I don't know.
I think it's that whole throwback to the 60s thing as well. In the
yeah, that is cool.
Beneath it. And I love how they showed it at the beginning where you're going to be starting in the past and experience what the world was like before the Fallout happened. I think that's a really nice touch.
Well, and experiencing the disaster. You know, like that in itself is actually going to be quite interesting to see.
The graphics look pretty sweet.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, the graphics don't look amazing. I mean, let's be honest.
I am not impressed.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. There's some better lighting effects than the last time.
It looks like Skyrim with tarted up lighting.
Yeah. The game has been in
And
development
it is the same engine. It's just
a long
beefed up.
time.
Yeah.
Like before these next gen consoles came out. So I mean,
I thought the creatures looked better. Like the Deathclaw definitely looked better.
Oh, Deathclaw looked freaking awesome.
And some of the other things you saw, like the zombie, the ghouls and that, and
the animations and all looked really good.
Yeah.
I thought the dog looked atrocious.
The talking's still crap. You know, the lip movement and stuff when they talk.
Yeah. Oh, I think, and at least it's gone away from the suck-in conversation. It's gone to the...
I quite like that. That they're doing like a real kind of Mass Effect.
Mass Effect, it feels like
that. It's almost become the standard today, though. Yeah.
It's one area where Bethesda kind of falls down, isn't it? Is the actual role-playing aspect. As they, you've always just had these very simple canned responses. There's never actually been any real role-playing in terms of dialogue. I mean. And it's nice to see them talking now, and I could see they had 4 responses. You got the badass response, the good guy response, the jokester response. The neutral response.
Yeah.
So it feels like now there's going to be a bit more of that, and that would be nice as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about the fact that the character is now voiced?
Cool.
I like it. I think we talked about it in a past podcast.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I like it because it gives character to the person, but I think originally if you're either creating your own character, it should sound what you should sound like. So I think that's why they had the just the words. But I found it really annoying that somebody speaks to you, but you don't speak back.
Yeah.
So I like how it feels like there's the characters actually interacting with each other. Yeah. Whether you want to do that first person or third. I don't know. I really enjoy. I really like it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Give me a character. That's fine, and then I'll play that character. I don't need to do all the imaginative work. Bloody hell! What am I paying for?
Hey, come on.
I like the way it started, and you could sort of create the face and stuff. Did you see all that?
Yeah.
I like the way they introduced the game to E3. Where they started off and you actually played a bit of the game.
Yeah, but
they definitely saved a lot, didn't they? Until they were ready.
I thought it was really funny in the conference when they were like they did all their announcements and they were like, okay, so that's it for us today. And everybody's like, what? Everyone's like, Fallout. I was like, imagine if they got away with that. They just lights out. Yeah. Bye. See ya. And like you could feel the audience like, what? No, son of a bitch.
That's genius.
Yeah, so no, I thought that was really cool how they were like, okay, we're gonna bring out Fallout 4. And everyone's just losing their shit, going crazy. I thought it was awesome because it's been a long time. Those games that have that hype come out once every 4 or 5 years, kind of thing, and that's where you get things like Grand Theft Auto 5 and all that stuff. When games that are coming out every year, they lose that kind of
that magic.
Yeah, they lose that magic because you don't have that want for them, and because Fallout 3 and New Vegas was so good, it's like, take my money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I've never played any of Fallout, so.
In saying that though,
say don't buy them on Steam. If you do, they don't work. Not for me, anyway.
Well, you'll get Fallout 3 for free if you buy Fallout 4.
Well, I'm buying Fallout 4 and I'm sold
One.
basically on E3, and I like the storyline. I like the fact that there's a lot to do. I'm all for a very good storyline.
Yeah.
Really,
they're probably like $5 each at the moment on Steam.
I don't need to play the back ones. This is enough for me.
And it looks like there's quite a range of things to do in the game, eh? Like with all the
that's what I like about it.
Like creating and building your little settlement and
that looks awesome.
And protecting it and all
that seems like
sort of
a lot of fun, and it seems like it's not something you have to do. You can decide to do it. I think it brings in a lot of strategy and
also people can attack you.
Also, if you're that kind of person that likes micromanaging and creating, I guess, a settlement
and have a farm,
create power and all that stuff. I think it's a cool.
I think
cool idea.
Really impressive though was how it was all done in engine. You know, like I've seen it done with mods and stuff, and usually it's quite fiddly. But what they've got is, you know, they started putting that house together piece by piece. It was very Minecraft. It was just like bang, bang, bang. And the next thing the door's opening. It's like, wow, there wasn't any rendering or having to cut away or, you know, it just was there. And that to me is amazing. Like they've clearly built that into it with that in mind, you know. The customization of the weapons looks pretty impressive. You know? Like, there's a lot of creativity there.
So much with the game.
It's definitely going to be a real in-depth game if they've spent this long making it.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, they've clearly looked at the modding community for inspiration and then just gone, yep, you guys clearly want all this stuff, so let's just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Is the game going to be overwhelming? I didn't complete any of the Fallouts. They're just...
I kicked the living crap out of Fallout 3 and it took me quite a while, but I get the sense that this will be triple the time I spent in Fallout 3.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's going to be huge. Yeah. Like you'll get lost.
And when is it
I
due
think the
for
old ones
release?
were big enough. I hope they don't make it any bigger.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be bigger. I'd just like more to do within that world, you know. More
But that's what it looks like. It looks like
it looks like they're giving you more tools to play with.
What I'd actually like to see is the quality of the main game to be as good as what those DLCs ended up being for Fallout 3 and for New Vegas, because the quality of those was awesome. You know, and if you could take that and go into a full game, that I would be really impressed, you know.
Yeah, their DLCs were pretty damn good.
And it's just like, well, how come they are so good? Is it because they are so small, or is it, you know?
Yeah, well, just a little small, bite-sized piece of adventure, right? Like, it doesn't have to be this thing that exists in this massive world environment where you can go wherever you want, so they can contain the story more, and story is what makes it exciting and cool, right?
Did in the demo they showed him go into one of those mech suits.
Yeah, power suit.
Those power suits.
Yeah.
No, they didn't do that in Fallout 3. I
No,
thought so.
you could wear them.
Yeah, you could wear them.
You didn't see them physically going.
I
into
thought that
them.
was really cool that he could actually go into it, and
and
you could either.
He was flying and stuff. Wasn't
He was
Yeah,
flying,
little
using
jetpack.
miniguns, jetpacks. He was smashing some guys, and I thought it was very Iron Man.
Yeah, when he landed.
Yeah.
I was like, this looks cool.
I was like, yeah, this thing is really fun, and there's a point as well where he gets out of it, and then you can just. I think that's a real cool gameplay mechanic to play with.
And you can customize all that armor.
Yeah,
as well,
yeah,
just as much as the
it seems
weapons,
like-
which look quite neat.
Yeah, make it better.
So I never used the power armor that much when I played the game.
I did once. I didn't like it, but
Yeah, it was too slow for me. I was always running around with my swords and stuff, slashing people, you know, like a samurai. But I can imagine that, you know, being in that power suit, if you wanted to with a Gatling gun, you would be pretty awesome, you know, especially when they're rocketing around and stuff. It looks awesome.
And no multiplayer.
I don't care.
I'm happy. I think it's good.
I don't think multiplayer would ever work for Fallout.
I don't think the game needs it.
No, it doesn't.
But just in an age where everything seems to be going down the multiplayer route, it's nice to see them just no, we're making a single player game, and this is your single player.
Well, that's
experience.
what they do, and they do it well.
Yeah.
You know, they don't need to do anything more than that.
Oh yeah, they ventured into multiplayer with Elder Scrolls, and it flopped pretty hard.
With Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was your favourite thing? This is a no-brainer, I guess. But what was your favourite thing of the Bethesda conference, Lance?
Doomfall
Doom.
/ Fallout.
It's alright, I forgive you.
Fallout 4, dude.
Yeah, Fallout 4.
I'm like Lance, I can't really pick between Doom and Fallout 4.
Very different games, but in terms of the announcement, in terms of surprise, in terms of what you're looking forward to the most.
Doom.
Oh, nice, good to hear it. All right, nice. James.
That little smartphone game,
You're a
Fallout
dick.
Shelter.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about
We
that.
didn't talk about that.
I actually played it the other day. It's actually quite
it's
cool.
free. It came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
it's
free.
not too late. Let's talk about
It's
it.
not out on Android though.
No, but
It's only on
iOS.
iOS. Yeah.
Only on
is it?
iOS.
What is it? How's it work?
It's basically you've got a cutaway of a mountainside, and you've got the little Fallout shelter, so you're looking at it sideways.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
cross
basically-
section.
Yeah, cross section, and you basically just start off. Some people come in from the wilderness, and you start building your fallout shelter. You start putting in a power plant, a cafe, you know, all the different things you'd need basically to have the place up and running. And next thing, all these people come along and they start lining up outside. And you can basically let them in or leave them out there. And you look at them, they've all got stats. They've got all the stats that you would have in Fallout, the strength, agility, intelligence, perception, charisma and all that. And all those things can help you run different things. So like strength, for example, helps you run the power plant for some reason. I don't know, maybe you've got to be strong enough to lift up the cables or something. The person who works in the cafe's got to have high agility, I guess, because he's got to run around and do all the orders or something. But anyway, it was quite fun. I was just twittering away at it, and you know, it's got resource management, and it's, you know,
and it's free. It's free. It's a simple game, but it's kind of fun.
Lead up to the game.
What's cool about it is it's got that cartoony style of the little Pit Boys, the little guys.
Are they all like
with the hair and the, you know, the cherub faces and the,
that's
you know,
awesome.
And they're just walking around, and they even have, you can zoom in too to the rooms, and they have little conversations with each other, and you know, oh, what are you doing after work? Da da da. Then they walk off to another room, and it's kind of cool.
That is cool. So that was your favourite thing from the conference then?
No.
Okay.
My favourite thing was the dog. Seeing that dog, man, I was so happy. I was like, you could tell straight away it's going to be a core part of the game experience is having that dog.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because he can fetch you ammo and stuff.
Yeah. And you see the way he was grappling guys and taking them to the ground while the person was shooting them? I was like, that is awesome. Reminds me of Shadow Dancer from the Mega Drive, the old ninja game. You had the white dog, and you send the dog out to attack them, and then you'd come in with the sword or shuriken.
And those buddy characters are going to be invincible, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because in Fallout 3, they died.
Oh, the companions.
Yeah, the companions, yeah.
He's obviously integral to the story, so he can't die.
No. I think they wanted to do it because they... I read an article saying... Because if my dog died in Fallout 3, I reloaded the game.
Yeah.
And he was saying the only time you should reload the game is if you die. Sorry, the director of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, so he acknowledged that people were doing that because they didn't want their dog to die.
Yeah.
Okay. That's I agree with that actually, and that's perceptive, and that's good. That's actually listening to your fans and giving people what they want.
I think in Fallout 3 they had a perk as well, and you had to use up when your perk like status lines.
Oh, to make them
like
invincible.
respawn.
Or respawn.
Yeah, they respawned. Like they did it as was it dog meat head puppies? And so whenever dog meat died, you got respawned or
that's right. And I got that perk. Because,
same. So did I.
I
was getting sick and tired of dog meat dying.
And so what? As soon as you had the perk, every time he died, he'd just come back up.
Yeah.
Well, one of his offspring would.
Oh, okay.
That's the idea. Yeah,
that's cool.
Obviously, there are a couple of other conferences: Microsoft, Sony, Square, blah blah blah. Yeah, so we'll get to those. So that's us for now. Tune in for the next breakout to hear what we thought about those other conferences.